So the PlayStation 5 has finally been revealed. Sony showed off a whole showcase of games, which is something I'm sad to say Microsoft didn't do with their promised gameplay event. While I play mainly on Xbox, I do own a PS4, and my favorite games to play are Spiderman and Bloodborne. Interestingly, Sony has not revealed anything too major to pique my interest, but there are two standouts, at least in my case. Number 1, Spider-Man Miles Morales. I believe it's safe to say that everyone thought this would be a sequel, and why wouldn't it be? Apparently, though, the answer is a little bit more interesting. We've heard back and forth rumors that it is an exclusive expansion to the PS5 version of Spider-Man PS4, and then we've heard that it is a standalone game. Insomniac has officially said that they are working on a version of Spider-Man PS4 to take advantage of the PS5 hardware, which I'll get back to in a moment, but that Miles Morales is a standalone game. I gotta be completely honest, from what I've seen, it just looks like a DLC from Spider-Man PS4, but maybe that will change. It does seem a little quick for Insomniac to be releasing a new Spider-Man game this year, but who knows? Maybe it is completely done. I mean, Warner Brothers did the same thing with the Batman games, and for the most part, those games are great. The thing I want to bring up is the way Microsoft and Sony are going about this next generation. Microsoft has stated that they won't have true exclusives for a few years, meaning that games released for Series X will make their way to Xbox One as well. But what's interesting is that they are doing something called smart delivery. Basically, if you buy Cyberpunk, Halo, or Assassin's Creed Ragnarok, you'll get a free upgrade, or if you go back to Xbox One, you'll still be able to play that version of the game as well. Sony is not only doing the complete opposite, but it sounds like they won't even offer free upgrades, meaning you'll have to buy the same games again. This is interesting because Sony has revealed that most of their games are going to be backwards compatible. So if they're doing backwards compatibility, we know they have the technology to do smart delivery. It seems as if they're trying to milk their customers a little bit because they know they have the largest console player base. I mean, they did the same thing with crossplay, but eventually they caved because of high demand. But it leads me to my next topic. Grand Theft Auto 5. Yes, 7 years after the release of the game, and we're still talking about it. To be fair, they keep adding content to the online community, and to this day, it's still one of the most played games. However, Sony has announced that PS5 owners will get it free for the first half of 2021, which means they plan on charging eventually. It's definitely going to be interesting if Microsoft offers smart delivery on this game. If that's the case, then it's free for everyone who owns the Xbox One version. Also, this brings me to backwards compatibility. How's this going to work on PS4? Does this mean we're going to have two versions of the game? It's been stated that it has been updated and expanded too, but to what extent? Does this mean it's an entirely new game? I guess we will have to wait and see, but if one thing needs to happen, it's our save data coming to the next generation. It's been done twice with PS3 to PS4, and then, if you chose, PS4 to PC. If one thing needs to happen, it's this, and crossplay. But if it's not included, then shame on Rockstar. They are already making so much money out of this game, and they kinda need to let it die unless they bring our save data over. Lastly, let's talk about the design of the PS5. The most popular thing I see online is the Wi-Fi router versus fridge argument. Honestly, it doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it's efficient. There will also be a digital version, which is something we've expected from both sides of the console war, but one thing still remains on both sides: price. Nobody knows what the consoles are expected to cost, but if the rumors are true, they ain't cheap, and price is a big selling point in the console war. Both sides have fucked up before. Remember when the 360 was cheap and the PS3 was $600? Then remember the Xbox One being $500 and the PS4 being $400. If history has taught us anything, it's that it repeats itself. But these are just my thoughts on the reveal of the PS5. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and try to be peaceful about it. It doesn't matter what piece of plastic you own, as long as you're having fun. I'll see you guys later.